landing page, you need to come up with a call to action, and I highly recommend doing trial lessons. Totally up to you. This is just a recommendation, but I have had a lot of success with trial lessons, and I highly recommend it for you because it just gets your foot in the door. The potential customer can try out the lessons and see what you're doing. Okay, so what is a call to action? Instruction to the customer designed to provoke an immediate response. So without a clear instruction on what the customer should do next, they are more likely to get distracted and not follow through with inquiring about your music lessons. So there's tons of distractions nowadays. You want them to be not distracted, clear instruction, book your trial lesson now. So why trial lessons are effective and why they should be your CTA. So have you heard this before? Little Jimmy's uncle plays guitar and he's dancing around and he's expressed some interest in learning, but we just want to see how he goes and if he likes it, if he commits to it. You know, he's kind of prone to changing his mind, that kind of thing. So this phrase shows that most people want a low commitment option before signing up to a high commitment option. So it's just human nature. You want a low commitment option, and then once you gain that trust, and then you want to do a higher commitment option. So like ongoing lessons, where the low commitment option is just a trial lesson. There's risk-free. There's a guarantee that you're going to get some results out of it, and yeah. So remember, they don't really know how you teach, what you're like as a person, if you're going to give quality lessons to their children. They don't know you from a bar of soap. So these trial lessons, they do really help. The landing page does give the parent a little bit of information about who you are. That's another thing, actually. In landing page, you do not want to just list your qualifications and all about you. You want to have the onus, the focus, on the parents and what they're feeling. You don't want to be like, I have a Bachelor of Music, I've been in bands and I've met this famous person. You want to highlight the frustrations of the parents and how you're going to solve them. That's a very important point. I should have said that before, but that's all right. So, trial lessons are the perfect low commitment option where you can show the parent that you're professional, organized, and friendly. Show the parent how you can develop them into a lifelong player of music and how that will impact their life. What solutions it will have. What rewards will they have longer into their life. Get them excited about how much progress they're going to make by completing short songs and skills in their very first lesson. Every trial lesson I do, we go over like the basic skills and get them playing as soon as possible. They have a song complete at the end of the trial lesson. Explain your teaching philosophy and programs and how you are different from other teachers that they may have had in the past. Some parents have been scarred by the group lessons in school format. They can be really bad, like 30-minute group lessons with like 8 kids, and they don't really learn much. So sometimes you have some few objections and that kind of thing, but if you explain your programs and your philosophy and your lessons confidently, you're going to have every opportunity of converting that customer. So vet the student and parent by noting their goals, expectations, and general behavior and temperament. Very important. The reason why I have students now that I love teaching is when I do a trial lesson with a student who I can just tell within like 5 to 10 minutes, the student or the parent are going to be difficult. I just do the trial lesson and I don't contact them. and normally they don't sign up anyway because they think it's too expensive or that kind of thing. But I'm very selective, and I can be selective with the students that I get into my guitar school, and you can too. Questions about trial lessons. Should I charge for my trial lessons? Very controversial topic. We have discussed this in the Creative Guitar Teachers community group, and there's tons of different opinions, but it's totally up to you whether you do charge for trial lessons. Totally up to you. So I conduct free trial lessons because it gets me the most leads, and then I back myself to convert students with a great a great trial lesson experience, if I do say so myself, completing songs straight away. Normally, if they sign up for 1 month, they stay for at least a year on average, normally longer, which brings in $2,400 to $3,600, depending on which membership tier they decide to do. So yeah, it is definitely a good return on investment for me. I don't mind giving up 20 minutes of my time. Some teachers are very fed up with, doing free trial lessons. That's totally fine. Just get them to pay, pretty much. But really what you want to do is experiment with your call to action, see what works for you, and just go from there. So, trial lesson CTA options. If you know you have a great trial lesson experience and have a lot of free trial lesson students not signing up, you can try another trial lesson CTA option to weed out the time wasters. Now, it could be time wasters, or, just being honest, your trial lesson experience is okay but not great. So have a look at that. Make sure that the person is getting the most value out of your trial lessons. It's giving them a good idea of your lessons, what you teach, and solve one problem for them in the first lesson. So Ben P, good mate of mine, he's in the Facebook group, and instead of doing free lessons, he does an introductory lesson package. 2-lesson package at a discounted price in which parents can get their child to try out the music lessons with little commitment and see if it's right for them. So he's still getting paid, but it's just a little bit more commitment for those parents. And then Karen Eastman, she's a good friend too. That should say a 4-week, not a 14-week, 4-week mini term. So customers pay for a month of music lessons to get a good understanding of Karen's lesson experience and see what they think. Also, if you wanted to join the Creative Guitar Teachers group, you can click that link to tons of info on there, guitar games, free resources, that kind of stuff. Likely that you've already joined, but if you haven't, just click on that and you'll get transported to Creative Guitar Teachers, the best Facebook group in the world. I am biased.